Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Oh, the horror. It's an absolute catastrophe. I don't know where we go from here or how we can possibly recover. Yep, it's another devastating cultural moment that requires pitchforks and torches in reaction, that requires full-blown calls for boycott. Sydney Sweeney appears in an American Eagle jeans ad that just broke the internet, and it seems we've gone back in time, we've teleported back to the 80s and 90s, where celebrating the white European aesthetic was an acceptable cultural practice in America. I mean, just think of that. Celebrating beautiful white women in majority white America? A country whose historic roots trace back to Europe. I know, really crazy stuff. But basically, American Eagle decided to hire Sydney Sweeney instead of Lizzo as their brand ambassador. I guess you could say refusing to bend the knee to the woke mob. And of course, as we know, that's a crime. A beautiful white woman in denim celebrating classic American jeans, according to the left, suddenly now screams Nazi propaganda. These people have completely frickin' lost their minds. But at least the truth is once again being exposed, and that's that these people, these identity politics, anti-racist woke folks, well, they truly are the real racists, now aren't they? And they prove it again. Let's go ahead and transport into Clown World 2025 once again, shall we? We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. Alright folks, so let's go ahead and start off with the ad. We've got this American Eagle ad featuring Sydney Sweeney.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Pretty benign stuff, if you ask me. A relatively tame ad, maybe a little bit sensual. Some people seem to be offended by that. But hey, it is what it is. Beautiful women, marketing. It's a match made in heaven, always has been. But the issue is celebrating Sydney Sweeney's beauty. Blonde hair, blue eyes, celebrating her genes as being blue. A clear play on the word gene, blue genes, or genes as in genetics. But of course, she's white, so that's not allowed. And so in comes the inferiority complex meltdown. Somehow, it's a white supremacist Nazi propaganda attack on black and brown women.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Don't forget to boycott American Eagle for their racist line, talking about blue jeans and white people.
The Sydney Sweeney Aryan Eagle ad is not only xenophobic and racist, it's also scientifically inaccurate. It's giving red pill podcast bro with no marketing experience clearly running their ad department. Like, it's not that hard to Google what genes do.
American Eagle just run an ad for eugenics. Totally just talking about denim, right? Just a blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman explaining how her good genes gave her personality and purity. I mean, are we really going to pretend that this isn't a little fashy-coded? Look, I'm not saying that Sydney Sweeney personally wrote this ad to revive the Third Reich. You don't get to drop lines about inherited traits, blue eyes, and great genes while zooming in on somebody that could have walked straight off of a Nazi propaganda poster and expect people not to catch that reference.
Holy frickin' moly. I mean, they're actually trying to argue that a woman saying her genes are blue, referring to the color of the denim and the color of her eyes, is some sort of dog whistle for white nationalism. Apparently having blue eyes and wearing jeans now makes you the same as a 1940s fascist. What a pathetic place to be. I mean, if you're pushing this stuff, if you get so offended by such benign nonsense, you have to reevaluate your entire life. But of course, this is what they do. They invent a narrative and then attach whatever they're currently seeing as being part of the victimhood narrative and then use it to claim oppression. I mean, talk about first world problems. Living in America in 2025 is just so difficult as a minority. Could you imagine having to turn on the TV and seeing Sydney Sweeney wearing jeans? Oh, the frickin' horror. Oh man, it's like these people don't realize how dumb they sound, how dumb they look. And honestly, American Eagle probably understood this and knew this and took that to their advantage. Maybe it tells us a little bit about the cultural shift in space that we're currently in. You know, we went from these companies being deathly scared to offend the woke mob to draw their ire, to now I guess that being the core tenet of their marketing marketing strategy. Just release something that could be possibly perceived as a dog whistle, and then of course every schizoid leftoid is immediately gonna jump to that conclusion. They'll launch a full-blown meltdown campaign, and then all of a sudden your benign little marketing campaign that should have for the most part just been a little bit of a blip on the radar instantly turns into the most viral sensation on the internet all year. And oh, these delusional leftoids, it's almost as if they thought they were going to turn this into a Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light situation. But yeah, no, instead the entire world is just pointing the finger and laughing. Oh yes, you guys are so oppressed. If you don't like the ad, turn the frickin' TV off. How about that? But isn't it obvious what's really going on here? The ad wasn't about them. It didn't check any of their DEI boxes. It wasn't about race or gender theory or climate change or equity. No, it was the celebration of an attractive white woman. And I guess after 25 frickin' years of being pandered to, that was just too much to handle. And you guys know that if American Eagle ran that exact same ad, but with a black or Latina actress or an Asian actress, there wouldn't be a peep of outrage. In fact, these same schizoids who are claiming this is Nazi propaganda, well, they'd probably be calling it empowering, stunning, inclusive, groundbreaking. Yeah, of course, we know it's only inclusive if it excludes white people. We've been bombarded with representation campaigns for decades now. Every brand bending over backwards to virtue signal, all basically pushing the central theme that white Americans are the problem, therefore celebrating anything white is instantly seen as problematic. It's the toxic, twisted worldview of the progressive left where white identity is the only identity that's not allowed to exist. You can have black pride, that's a-okay, but the moment you go to white pride territory, all of a sudden it becomes something entirely different, right? You're not allowed to be prideful in your race if you fall on the lighter spectrum. You can have Latinx Heritage Month, but oh boy, you'll never have White European Heritage Month.
Boycott American Eagle for their racist line, talking about blue jeans and white people.
Anything positive about white Americans is suddenly a political and cultural crisis. And you know what? The left will tell you this is about history. They'll tell you it's about all these different things, but it's not. It's about hate. It's very obvious that these people don't want equality, they want utter submission of white people. And they clearly want to erase anything that doesn't conform to their ideological obsession with racial hierarchies and historic guilt. But unfortunately for them, that era is over. And I think that's really what the message was here. And to me, honestly, it's a breath of fresh air. A company finally making a campaign that didn't feel like it was written by a gender study major. Just a simple, stylish, culturally American ad displaying a pair of jeans. So what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with it. And if it triggers the race-obsessed left into another psychotic, full-blown social media meltdown, then honestly, even better. Meltdown all you want. At this point, you people are screaming into the freaking void. Nobody cares. Nobody's listening. And very simply put, my reaction is, enough's enough. You don't have to apologize for being white. You don't have to apologize for appreciating a basic ad that celebrates the white European aesthetic. And you sure as hell don't have to sit here and let these lunatics scream in your face and lecture you with their twisted, broken ideology. We don't care. Sydney Sweeney's jeans are blue. Keep frickin' seething. Anyways, that's pretty much what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.